Hi everyone. So I made it. It's a second day of May, and today I wanted to explain a little bit why this video is posted in environmental section, especially that I would like to raise the money for giving school, the School of Life. So to explain that better, I have to tell you my story. So if you have time, it will be a longer video. I would get ready, make a cup of tea, um, and a biscuit, and get cozy. And I'll tell you the story of last 5 years and how it led me to where I am at the moment. So about 5 years ago, um, basically after my breakup of the relationship, I got really interested in meditation, mindfulness, self awareness, and I was practicing meditation at that time, conducted by Sadhguru. And for quite few months, I practiced meditation, sometimes once, sometimes twice a day. But from quite beginning, my meditations used to end up having visions of some ancient forests, um, where I had the visions from different perspective. It could be from the bird's view perspective, where I could see the the crowns of the massive woods. Sometimes I could see the forest from like teeny tiny bug on some leaf. Sometimes I used to look and feel as if I'm tree. Sometimes I could be like little plant just growing from the ground. However, all these meditations used to finish in like really bad pain, and I used to weep from longing something very dear. It seemed like it was my ancient. From every perspective, I felt like I long for something, like I lost something, like somebody's being hurt. And I just developed this strong feeling that it's somehow related with the nature. I felt the calling of the nature to help, and it was showing from every creature how they feel, and they all asking for help. And after quite few months, actually, my attention was caught in one self-development courses where I spoke about discovering your soul purpose. And I felt that my nature inside me was giving me a call. And I went to one of these courses, and it was um, actually super genius courses where you could connect to your spirit and discover the whisper of your genius. um, and for me it was super profound, because we started having first glimpses in psychology, in alchemy, in Jung theories, and I met my ego. um, from that I wanted to know more, and together in conjunction with meditation and super genius practices and workshops, I went deeper into further courses and workshops of intuitive reading and listening to your soul, and then to alchemy, where you really discover your purpose. And my purpose was related to the nature, to helping and contributing, helping the forests and the waters, and all became all about sustainable energy. If you're looking at environment section, you know probably all what that was about. And Then I looked at my ego patterns. We went to lots of intuitive work and I discovered the patterns like every story of my life, money, wealth, health, relationships. They all had the same pattern, the same steps, and it was so profound. And I realized that I could develop through helping and serving others and helping environment. And that's from there. Uh, more than a year ago, I developed a purpose, and I wanted to go to South America to work as volunteer. And my primary goals were related to forests, to waters, and to children. And I was just vaccinated with 7 vaccines and yellow fever, ready to shoot off to South America when, well, Corona appeared. And so that I'm still finishing work in a hospital, I actually, second week of its announcement, I got it. And I was very sick because after having lots of immunization before, my immunity was just, holding up. And during that time, actually, a friend introduced me to giving school meditations. And after 3, 4 sessions, I felt something different. I started, well, first of all, in their meditations, what happened, I quieted so quickly. Like in the last 4 years of meditation, I was never so quiet. I quieted so quickly. I became calm. And it took actually quite few months, including home intensive course and retreat, before I really could see my mind, my ego mind. And coming back to relation, why I'm here and why I'm in an environment, I realized and started seeing, and I'm still seeing every day, how our mind works. I will give you example. Let's say you had an awful day at work. An awful meaning that maybe your colleague did not understand you, the coffee machine did not work, your project did not turn out to be like you expected, your salary was not raised or salary was not paid that day as you expected. On the way home you had traffic, or perhaps you were nearly did an accident, then you went to the shop, you forgot some product, you go home and you all this irritated ball of irritation. And what is irritation? Irritation is some sort of discomfort. And we are taught to believe that discomfort is bad. Discomfort is bad, is something not good, it needs to get away. So what do? If we are stronger character, we normally suppress it. Why? Because it's no good. It's no good, we let's suppress it. Or if you are not that strong character and all is this, you can't deal with it. You can't suppress it, especially if that build up. Sometimes you just can't push it anymore. You just can't put lid in it. And it's either you explode on your loved ones and you feel guilty and you feel bad. Or if you're alone, all this irritation, all this anger, what do? You try to release it. How? Either you go and watch television, or you go eat, or you go drink, or you go talk to someone. And over the time, same and same situations, and we become binge shoppers, binge drinkers, binge eaters, binge entertainers, and slowly to relieve our discomforts, our irritation, our anger, our guilt, our shame, our inner blame, we start doing what we shouldn't do, eating what we shouldn't do, consuming what we shouldn't consume, and having more and more and more of what we don't need. But here's the thing. All the unhappiness, all the irritation, all the situations are just various aspects of the same scale of pain. The smallest and mildest shape of irritation, a bit unhappiness, to really being furious, really being depressed, really being upset. All this is a pain that we want to remove somehow. And biggest, most popular way how we remove it, it's consuming, over consuming. And that destroys the planet. That is the main factor. What destroys the planet is our unawareness of how the mind works. So it's not our fault, it's due to our unawareness, what our ego mind does. Because on another scale, like there is a pain, there is love. And what love does, when you're in love, what do? You love everything. When you're in love, you don't want to step on the grass, you don't want to kill even an ant. You want to love. You love the tree, you love animal. When you're in love, you connect to everything, and you believe and you feel that everything is part of you. The sun shines nicer, you are smile, you carry this feeling, and it seems like all world is loving and all world is embracing and all world is helping you. You eat less, you consume less, you just need much, much less. And you are fulfilled with the things that do not cost anything, that don't exhaust the nature, that you don't need to consume. If you're really in love, you don't consume anything. Only if you are insecure, only if you are insecure, it's fear. So it's another part of mind. So you can't say you're in love and you're giving lots of things. That's not love. That's trying to buy or to prove or to attract. It's again mind's work. When you're in love, you just love. You give full your attention with smile, with listening, with switching into another person, with becoming one, with full your attention. For that, you don't need gadgets, you don't need food, you don't need place, you just need 100% presence. Being here with your ears, with your eyes, with your heart, with your touch, with your feeling. That's what everybody needs. Just this. Full on attention. And things that come from the heart can't be bought for any money in the world. And so probably I explained why, I hope I explained why I'm here in environment section with Giving School. That Giving School taught me how to see my own mind. Mind is very interesting. It makes you feel unhappy. It creates discomfort. And then it makes you to choose do things that you don't need to release the same discomfort. And when you do the things, it comes from the back door and attacks you that you've done something like drinking or eating or smoking or over um, or suppressing or uh, abusing or attacking or judging or blaming, and it keeps blaming again and makes you again feel bad and makes you just get in the circle where it goes from pain to relieve the pain to blame to again release the pain to blame, release the pain, blame, release the pain, blame. And we are like this all the time, just consuming, taking, and giving, but then wanting everything return. And if we don't get it, it's madness. Do you get it? It's absolute madness. And so I feel that knowing your mind is the first step to help the environment, to help the planet, to help the waters, to help the forests, to help the climate change, to help children that suffer in starvation, to help children that suffer from abuse, to help anyone. We need to help ourselves. We need to learn to fall in love with ourselves. We need to remember that we are love. We need to remember that we are energy. We need to remember that everything is energy only. Everything is vibration. And we need to remember that there are no borders and everything is one big energy. So stay tuned, watch my videos, and I will show you so much more about the mind, about ourselves, about how you can start hearing yourself. How can you hear to your heart whispering? How can you hear your mind sneaking on you? And how you could help the planet and yourself. That's it from me. Thank you for watching, and I will see you tomorrow for sure. Bye bye.